Okay, this machine has caused me no end of stress today because I couldn't figure out how to do this. Okay, I'm not complaining because I did manage to figure it out. Someone pointed me in the right direction but not at the right answer on the make the cut, and I ended up wandering off and actually reading the menu or the manual. So what I've got here is, let me get the other bits. I've got one of Debbie Moore's grotto cards printed out onto cardstock. Okay, now I don't like scissors. I have a big tub of scissors there. The problem is that each of those scissors rubs on a nerve and sends my thumb to sleep. So I end up using these scissors, and yes, I'm covered in black ink. These scissors here, okay, which are, they don't have a bit to put your thumb through. They're spring loaded, so they're like a pair of secateurs. Okay, so, right, I don't like scissors, I don't like knives. If I do this, you will understand why, because my finger bends backwards. So I don't like scissors and I don't like knives, which is great for a paper crafter. So, back to the scan and cut. How do I get this to see a template that I have drawn from the grotto cards so that it will do those bits of cutting for me? Well, after many, many hours of searching, okay, I have come up with a solution to this. So, what we need is, where have I put it now? I bet it's over here still. No, it's not over there. It's here. Okay. Need a sheet of acetate. Okay. Now, I intend to use this repeatedly, so this sheet of acetate is going to be saved. This drawing of lines is quite specific to Debbie Moore. Okay. So, I only need the one to do both pieces of the grotto card. Okay, because if you take the template and it fits over there like that, and then when you flip the template over, it also fits over there like that. So you only need one sheet. One pen not to use is the Pro Marker Fine Detail pen. It's pigment based. You want an alcohol pen. Okay. The one that I found with a better tip than the others I've got is one from, I believe it's Pinfair actually. It's a craft marker and it's intended for recolouring your peel-offs so you can make them match whatever it is you want. So I have a craft marker pen which I found was thinner than my Spectrum Noir. So the way to do this, and this is probably going to be somewhat cack-handed as I have got a camera in one hand and all the bits that I need in the other. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this piece first onto my mat, she says. Right, let's get that roughly lined up. That in itself doesn't matter whether it's straight or not. We're not actually bothered about where this image is. Okay? What we are bothered about is where this overlay goes on. Okay, so I need to line this up rather carefully. Now I've stuck washi tape down in these two corners, so I'm going to give it a bit of a squidge, a good squidge with my nails so that I don't get any movement. Okay. Then, using Mel Heaton's method, I'm going to slip a piece of card in here like this so that it covers it all. And then carefully, one-handed, pick it up and take it to the machine. So let's load it in. Now what I do want is to make sure that all these bits here, these two sheets of paper, go under the blade edge, believe it or not. So it's in position. So now I'm going to go to pattern, and I'm going to, no I'm not, I don't want pattern, let's go back home again. Let's go to scan. Scan to cut data and start the scan. Okay. we're getting there slowly. Okay. So now it's thinking about what it's seen. So while it's thinking about that, I am now going to carefully remove the acetate. Come on, off you come. Over there. And the top sheet of card to expose the base. So now it's seen it. Okay. So what I want to do now is I want to press this third set of buttons down. Okay. Right. Now this third set of buttons actually saves it as lines, which is exactly what we need. Okay. So this is the important one. That one there that's highlighted saves your design as a line. The others will actually attempt to cut out around every single line on that sheet of card there. So I'm just going to resize that a bit. And yes, I do use my fingernails as opposed to the tools. Right, that's about right. So I'm going to click save. I'm going to save it to the machine. And that's that bit done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to press pause, and then I will pick it back up in a minute because I don't get long to record on this. Okay. Okay, so we've got it on save. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press home. I'm going to get rid of all the information on there because I don't want it. I want to go now into pattern. Notice that this is all still exactly as I left it. Okay. And then I go to save data to the machine, and there's my set of designs there. Okay, so I'm going to click OK and click OK again, and then I'm going to go cut. Without using that third button, and the third button is really important, it tries to draw round, or it tries to cut around the edge of your lines. So the ink is the middle of your shape, so it tries to cut around each side. So it's the cutting of the lines which has caused me all sorts of heartache and confusion today. But like I say, this template on acetate can be reused again and again and again if you've done it with a permanent marker. So here we go, it's finished. Let's get this off. You see, each of them is actually cut, and the only bits left on the mat are the bits that are supposed to be there, not little strings. So if you're getting little strings left on your mat, the third button on the scan to cut data is the button that you need. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish cutting out the other one and putting this all together, and then I'll come back to you. Alright, bye. One thing I forgot to say, and this is really important, this doesn't work any other way because I've tried them all, okay? And each time you do this, as you can see now, my acetate is way off my main image, okay? So the position on the mat, this is the hard part, the position on the mat is really important. So each time you scan it, you have to scan this in, save it, then cut it. That's the only way that this works. It's a bit of a nuisance, but it's reasonably quick and it's reasonably easy. So I forgot that bit, so now I'm going to go and cut this one. Alright. Okay, here we go. One completed grotto card, made entirely on the Brother Scan and Cut. Okay. My mat needs to be aliened because this piece slipped off the mat. You have to do each piece separately if you're doing stuff like this. Oh, and something else to remember about these. If you go the scan to cut data path, you can adjust the contrast of the mat. Now, if you increase your delete size, okay, normally you go down to get the finer detail, go up and it will remove most of the rubbish from your designs, which is a really handy, useful thing that I've just discovered, so I'm well pleased with myself. So there you go, one completed grotto card, entirely cut on the Scan and Cut, including these annoying little side pieces. Yay, I did it. Thanks very much for watching. I hope this helps. If you can't remember, it should be in the bit about the video at the bottom. Thanks a lot. Bye.